Look who's rewatching this stream. Wishing everyone a useful and enjoyable viewing experience. I'm about to send the link to our team in the Telegram channel and then we'll get started. You can fast forward a little for now. We always like to have a minute or two right at the very beginning of the session, Sabu. This is our little introductory pause to get everything ready. Today, we'll be trading together using our automated bot as usual, making sure to use both our own heads and the bot's signals. My main goal for this live stream is to earn either $300 in profit or to successfully get 4 wins with you using the bot. The bot is available for free in our Telegram. Go ahead and set it up for yourselves. Alright, let's get started. I've sent the link. I'm waiting for all of you. I'm opening the bot now. Here's the bot's name, or the bot's name will be in the description. The team has finished trading based on forecasts. Nikolai, hello. Hooray. Hello everyone. Hi to all of you. The quality seems pretty good, right? I'll set it up a bit better now. Alright, let's go. While you're getting ready, I'm looking for a currency pair. You see, there are strong movements in almost every currency pair, up and down. You need to be very careful here. That's why we'll choose the calmest currency pair possible. See, there's a strong upward movement. It's better not to analyze such a currency pair. Of course, if it's a desperate situation, for example, you could consider it, but it's better to take a pause. Don't consider such moments. Here, the Euro Australian dollar is a relatively calm currency pair. We click start on our bot, Euro Australian dollar, EUR AUD. Time frame M1 currency pair, Euro Australian dollar. Time frame M1 currency pair, Euro Australian dollar. Please open it on your end. Hello everyone, hi everyone. Please write how well you can see and hear me. I hope everything is good and you can see and hear me well. We're starting the live broadcast. Euro Australian dollar. What do we have here? Signal down, then up. Here, it's immediately up. Because the signal is first down, I won't analyze this pair. The main thing is that both indicators point in the same direction. Either both indicators point up or both point down. Guys, hello everyone, and hi to all the new people. Glad to welcome you. I'm AB, and here we make money by cloning, copying the movement, the forecast from our bot in Telegram. Currency pair Australian dollar, Swiss franc. The market is going to be volatile and challenging now, but we'll try to make money here. Currency pair Australian dollar, Swiss franc. Subscribe to our Telegram channel. Notifications are usually sent every hour. Alexandra, hello. Ivan, hello. Evgeny, hello. Yuri, hello. What do we have here? Here we have, look, the future movement gives the chart a signal up and the percentage ratio down. Not an option. I do not consider such a currency pair. Try something more confident. If you have a good currency pair in mind that we can work on together, let me know. I'd be happy to work with the Canadian dollar and Japanese yen. I'm glad to interact with you like this. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. Currency pair, Canadian dollar and French yen. My specific goal is either to make 3 to 5 wins or to keep going until I feel tired, or as long as the market is favorable and suitable for trading, or to earn $300. That's when we'll end the stream. We're just getting started with the Canadian dollar and the French yen pair. Hello, Alexander. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much to everyone who joined with a like. Dollars, Japanese yen, here's a signal. Look, the future movement of the chart is upward, but here the signal is down, 52%, not an option. Sometimes it happens that you just join a trading session and trades come one after another. We get signals from the bot one after another and copy them. And sometimes you sit for a long time searching, waiting, monitoring. That's normal, that's natural. You should understand that it will be the same for you, Euro, Australian dollar. The currency pair EUR AUD, Euro Australian dollar. Please open it on your end. Good afternoon, do copy trading. Timur, hello. Yes, I'm thinking about it, but I would never want to let him down. I'm really worried about this. I think, guys, I entered a down trade, Euro AUD, 3 minutes down, Euro Australian dollar, 3 minutes down. I opened it, guys, Euro AUD, 3 minutes down. Who wouldn't you want to let down? I've heard stories where a trader keeps trading and making profits, then loses everything in a single night, or sometimes a trader's child accidentally sits down at the computer. Well, those kinds of stories are, of course, strange too. God forbid, I really don't want to let anyone down at all. I'm happy to share my knowledge. I'm happy to share bots. I'm happy to make video courses and video tutorials. I'm happy to trade live with you and earn together. That's what I enjoy. But taking on that kind of responsibility, I don't know. For me, it would get in my way because I'd always be thinking, God forbid I make a mistake and other people suffer because of me. That's how it is. AUD USD Alexandra, I've just opened a different currency pair now. Hello everyone, Binaka News, greetings. I've already opened another currency pair, Euro Australian dollar. We've opened a 3-minute trade down, so let's monitor it. I saw your forecast too late. Euro AUD, we've opened a 3-minute trade for a decrease. Let's monitor it. Why did we open a trade down here? Let me do an analysis and explain. By the way, how well can you hear me? I opened it without the hairs. I opened it without the hairs. So let's see what happens now. 1 minute and 46 seconds left. Switching to the bot and let's see what the bot shows us. And I try to travel around. Oh, sometimes going here, sometimes there. Time zone difference is 6 hours with Moscow. Look, the future movement of the chart is downward. This is the first signal down. The second signal is also down. Here you can't see its percentage ratio. You can see 26%, but you can't see the lower one. So I look at two indicators. 74% of the trend is currently moving down. So with the chart moving down, there are two specific technical indicators, two signals that I need and that are absolutely crucial for a downward move. Look, I have 1 minute left and there's a correction happening. It will be difficult to trade right now, but let's see. I trade both in easy trading sessions and in tough trading sessions. In any case, it's experience for you. Let's follow this currency pair. Hello everyone. Hi to those who just joined. I'm AB. We make money by copying forecasts from the bot, forecasts about where the chart will go. We copy forecasts from our Telegram bot about where the chart will go, either up or down. Right now, we've opened a forecast for a decline, 35 seconds left. At first, it went well, confidently downward, but now there's a correction. Let's see now if we manage to close the forecast in profit or not, if we make it or not. If not, I'll show how I stay in profit over the long run, according to my system. I recover losses and come out ahead. I make money. It's a tough market, a complicated market, but I try to do all this. I noticed today that 2 minutes works in one direction, but 1 minute doesn't go the right way. Ivan, can we try? Well, I always trade on 3 minutes, both in easy and tough markets. I always try to trade this way, and so far it hasn't let me down. I'm locking in a loss here. What am I doing? My trade amount is $100. Instead of $100, I use 2.5. I use $250. And I leave this currency pair because it showed such strong volatility and I want to keep trading it. So I look for a new currency pair where I'll take a new trade, but not for $100, for $250. And these $250 should, in theory, cover the loss from the first trade and even bring us into profit. That is, we should make money on this. Let's look at the AUD CAD currency pair. Yes, I have a loss here too, guys. So now we'll try to recover. The currency pair is Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, time frame M1. Open the AUD CAD currency pair on your end. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, time frame M1. Let's take a look, guys. For those who are new, hello to everyone who just joined. Hilhar, hello. GBP, CHF, yes, you mean, look, here I open a trade for an increase. The currency pair is Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, AUD CAD, 3 minutes up. The currency pair is AUD CAD, 3 minutes. I opened a trade for an increase, up $250. AUD CAD, 3 minutes up for an increase. I'll do an analysis now, show you why I entered here, and we'll monitor the trade. Let's watch. I entered right here, but because of the delay, you most likely entered lower. So if I end up with a profit, you'll have an even bigger advantage, which is good. Let's keep monitoring. If we analyze this currency pair using chart analysis, here we had one level based on the stops. Next, there's a channel formed from this kind of ascending corridor. Here it turns into this kind of ascending channel, an accelerated channel, an accelerated trend. Here's one channel, then here's a second narrower channel. And what do we have here? There's a support level, one touch, two, three, the fourth touch, and then a breakout. The chart reaches the first strong horizontal level, and from there I expect growth. So, according to technical analysis, I believe everything was done correctly here, everything was done right for an upward move along the trend. After breaking through the level, it moves to the horizontal level and then pulls back from it. But let's see what the bot shows us. With the bot, I always look at two indicators. The first indicator is the future movement of the chart, which shows an upward trend, a signal to go up. The second indicator, 55%, is also a signal for an upward move. So our first signal is 55% that it will go up and 45% that it will go down. 55% is the majority, which means it's a signal to go up. And the second signal, which is the future movement of the chart, is also pointing upward. So let's keep monitoring it. I have 1 minute and 17 seconds left. There's a slight correction happening, but I'm expecting growth here. Let's keep watching. So according to the bot, we immediately saw a signal to go up. We're watching, monitoring, and we have 1 minute left. Andreva, just off the top of your head, can you recommend any movies about trading? Let's ask the guys in the chat, guys. Do any of you happen to know any movies about trading? Well, there's The Wolf of Wall Street. You can watch that, but it's not exactly about trading. It's just related to the stock market, America, Wall Street. But as for something specifically about trading, I can't really suggest anything. Wall Street, what comes to mind? Watch, laugh, relax. Not a children's movie, of course. Petroid, hello. Look, there are 30 seconds left. I don't see any growth. Of course, I wouldn't want to take out a second insurance policy. But if a complicated transaction occurs, I'll take out a second insurance policy. I'll record the minus here and hedge it. I'm still expecting growth and an upward move. Of course, there are 15 seconds left. Everything was done correctly. We entered according to the trend based on graphical analysis. But sometimes the day can be difficult, and moments like this will happen too. On one hand, it's not very good, but on the other hand, it's reality, it's the truth, and it will happen to you as well. And if you know how to get out of such situations, I'm recording that loss and taking a second insurance. And now I'll search for another new currency pair where I can apply this specific insurance strategy. Swiss franc and Japanese yen. I'm going to click start now, switch over to the bot, Swiss franc, Japanese yen, setting the time frame to 1 minute. Swiss franc, Japanese yen, currency, time frame, main. Please open this pair on your end. I recorded a loss on the previous pair. What did I miss at the beginning? The beginning was tough, not a very good start. Guys, everyone who's new and just joined the stream, hello to all of you. Here we're trading live on the stream. I'm answering questions, showing things, giving tips. Guys, I'm entering an upward trade for 3 minutes. Swiss franc, Japanese yen. 3 minutes up, I opened with $625. I'm showing how we work, how we copy trades. These are the forecasts from the bot we have on Telegram, and that's how we make money. If it's a tough day, I show how to get through it using my system and stay in profit over the long run. If it's an easy day, we take the profit and trade calmly. That's how it works, so I try to share my experience. I'm glad to welcome you all. Join our Telegram channel. There I post notifications about our streams, there are educational videos, and the team bot is free, so make sure to set it up for yourself. Hello to all the newcomers, I see you joining. Let's keep a close eye on this trade together. It should take roughly plus or minus 1 hour from now. Let's wait for a while, continue to monitor and watch. You keep asking to see all the detailed statistics. Of course, after every single stream and after every trading session we have, I always try my very best to show them to you. Please take a moment to go and check them out in our Telegram channel. The link will be right there in the description of this broadcast for your convenience. Let's monitor this trade together. If everything goes well, I'll show you the math and the logic behind what we get here. We have exactly 1 minute and 43 seconds left on the clock. Farhad, hello. It is very good to see you here with us today, and I hope you are doing well. So according to your strategy, taking 2 to 3 hedges is normal. In a difficult market, that's certainly normal. In fact, I generally recommend that beginners avoid trading in a difficult market. If you go to the news tab and see that there are upcoming news releases, in 5 minutes, for example, there's major news for the British pound, and besides the pound, look below, there are 2 more news items. The market is very tough today. The start is very challenging, and that's normal. We followed the forecast. Thank you very much for your feedback, Vitya. I started a bit earlier on purpose, but Vidya, during our live stream, we got caught in the volatility. It happens. According to our strategy, you witnessed 4 clean wins in a row. We joined the live stream, executed trades, exited, entered again, exited again, just like that. At that time, the market is as calm as possible. Nothing is disturbing it. There's no news, and everything goes perfectly. That's how it can be sometimes. It happens. But sometimes the market is tough. That's why when the market is difficult, I use my deposit as a tool. It's a very good tool to get back on track and to cover losses, you see? That's why at the very beginning, I recommend trading and learning only on a demo account, but when you switch to real trading, don't increase your trade amount. That's a 100% solid piece of advice for you. a large deposit, but a small trade amount. I actually started trading with just 100 rubles. That's normal, so you get the feeling as if you're trading on a demo account and everyone has good stats on a demo account. It will be the same here. The main thing is not to increase your trade amount. There are 9 seconds left, guys. I'm monitoring this trade. Well, looking at the situation right now, I'll most likely end up with a profit, but let's see, as they say, you should never count your chickens before they have actually hatched. I've got a profit. Look, I've got a profit. I'm waiting for your response. The price went up. I'm getting $562, but from that $562, we subtract $562 minus $350. That's $212. The hardest day for traders is always the most profitable. So normally I'd get $90 from one trade, but now, if we are speaking in rough terms here, I'm getting $212 from a single trade. I've got a profit. I'm waiting for your response. I'm really curious to hear how it went for you on your end. Did you manage to get a profit as well? Andre, have you ever thought about meeting your subscribers in person? Yeah, we can meet up, guys. At first, we had the coronavirus, so it wasn't possible to organize a meetup. Then I started traveling and so on. Whenever I go to a city or any country, I tag the location or post a story, record something for our Telegram channel, and say, guys, I'm nearby. Let's meet up, chat, and have dinner at a cafe. That's just how it goes sometimes. But lately, to be honest, there's been a lot, well, not work, but trading sessions, and I'm trying to perfect the bot. There are also some family matters when I just can't get away. Now it happens very rarely. And it used to be like that before. We would meet up Detroit Plus, Ivan Plus, Alexander Plus, Igor Plus, Nikolai Plus, Hill Harp Plus, Alexander Plus. Excellent. Got the plus, though there was a bit of a minus since the second one was for a smaller amount. Be careful, set things up correctly. Thank you very much to everyone who liked this plus. We got the plus. Let's keep going. We've got a tough start like this, but sometimes the start can be easy when the pluses just come in, and sometimes it's tough. In any case, my goal is to show you how to come out ahead over the long run so that if you ever face a tough market, you'll know what to do. The next currency pair is AUD USD, Australian dollar to US dollar. Auto USD is in frame M1. I'm requesting this currency pair on the bot. Auto USD balance doesn't allow it. But what amount do you start with? With a single US dollar or with 100 rubles? The main thing is, it is crucial that you do not overstate the trade amount. Remember, you'll always have time to make more or to increase your trade size later. Now look, here there's a clear signal indicating a downward trend, a signal to go short. You know what I'm wary of? That this signal isn't very strong. The future movement of the chart is down, and here it's also down. Of course, you could try to enter with larger volumes, but it's hitting resistance there. So here's what I'll do. I'll wait a little, just a little bit longer for confirmation. Since the market is volatile, I'll wait for a slight rise, just a small one. If there's a touch of a strong level on AUD USD, I'll enter a short position. AUD USD, I'll go short. If there isn't a touch of the level, then we won't enter. Although on the other hand, the chart is touching the trend line. All right, guys, I'm entering short. AUD USD, 3 minutes down. AUD USD Australian dollar, 3 minutes for a downward move. I didn't really take into account that we have an imbalance here. Start, end, middle, here it is. I set the blue level high, and here is the entry point. I'm expecting a move down here. Let me show you what we have here according to the bot. What does the bot suggest here? Where should we enter? Let's go to the bot. Our currency pair, if you haven't set the currency pair, here it is. Open the Australian dollar, US dollar pair on your end. Let's open this currency pair. And we monitor it closely, watch it. First of all, pay close attention to this icon. It indicates that there will be significant volatility very soon. So whatever forecast you make, whether it's down or up, you need to be extremely careful because the forecast might not go as planned due to this icon. It happens. At such times, I recommend not trading, but since I'm doing a live broadcast, I have to show both easy and difficult trading sessions live because you might not even notice when you have a tough trading session. You should know. It's experience. The future movement of the chart is down. It's going down, shows a downtrend. First and the second is the percentage ratio. 57% is the majority, 43% up. Majority means a signal down. We have two signals for a downward move. Two signals down. So let's keep monitoring. Look how sharply we're shooting up. These are the news that came out 5 minutes ago. Now it's affecting this currency pair. Here they are. You started to pay attention, but now we'll be monitoring very poorly. Of course, it might reverse. But if not, we'll switch to another currency pair and take out insurance. It's quite a tough day today. But you need to know this. And this is the harsh truth of trading. There can be tough and difficult days. That is perfectly normal. But if you use the system that we use, trading loss coverage, then over the long run, you can consistently remain in a profitable position, a total of 200 rubles. Remember, we once discussed a chat for traders. Yes, it's possible, but there's a lot of spam, a lot of, I created a chat for traders a long time ago. We have a chat for traders. Here it is on the Binary School website. Everyone is writing. It's clear cut. Please keep writing. I'm really glad that you all are communicating there. Without the 200 rubles, I made it to Verzashal, brother. Hello, great. For some reason, every day is difficult for me. What time do you trade? Do you monitor the news or not? If you open this tab, how much time do you have left before the news comes out? Please tell me. Most likely we won't make it in time here. Instead of using $100, I used $250 as insurance, and now I'm going to switch to another currency pair and will take out insurance on the other currency pair now. Maybe this chat isn't convenient for you, but there is a chat, you see. If I create a chat, I have actually had this experience before, unfortunately, a negative one. I made a chat for the team, and there were people there who would send private messages to others saying things like, I'm a pro. There was a guy named Raslan, if I'm not mistaken. He claimed he was my friend, even though that's not true, and he said he was really good at trading and offered to help people boost their deposits. And he found one person, if I'm not mistaken, a girl. This was about 5 years ago. He found a girl, and then the young girl. Eventually found another five additional people. They were all from a village, pooling their money together to buy a tractor. They sent him the money, and he just said, I lost it all, that's it. Maybe he really did deposit the money and lose it. I wouldn't want things like that to happen. That's why in the chat, there's a chat on our site, the Minnow School. Please, I'm only happy about your communication. The internet depends on how many trades have already been made. There were 3 trades, all closed in profit with insurance. There is no max app. I try not to trade for more than 20 minutes. Do you use max? Why did you ask about it? I thought I could make a bot there, but if I'm not mistaken, the code won't allow it. Look, the future movement of the chart gives a signal upward, but here the signal is downward by 55%. That's not an option. I don't analyze this currency pair. I'm looking for something else, something calmer, a new currency pair. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, CAD, JPY. Now I'll show you what this currency pair looks like. Take a look. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. Guys who are new here, hello everyone, welcome. I'm AV. Here, we make money by copying forecasts from a bot on Telegram. The bot gives predictions about where the chart will go up or down. So we copy them. This is our trading strategy. How do we work? Look, here's the Canadian dollar and the Japanese yen. I'll wait for a little downward movement. The transaction amount is $250 with us. Currency pair Canadian dollar and Japanese yen. Nikov, hello. I was waiting for a downward correction to open up, but the upward movement has already started. Why was I waiting for a correction? Let me open it for you and show you. The future movement of the chart shows that you see there will be a correction and then growth. You see this correction. I was waiting for it. It did not happen. I just tried to enter immediately after the correction and the upward movement began. I will not wedge myself into it because it took off after the correction. I should have entered too. Keep this in mind. If you have a good entry point and you entered without risk, then this is very good and helps you a lot in closing the forecast in the plus. If you have any currency pairs in mind, please write them down. I'd be happy to work through them with you. Let's request the currency pair Australian dollar, AUD/USD. Once again, I'm opening it on my end with the M1 time frame. Join our Telegram channel. The link will be in the description of this broadcast. There, I give a heads up an hour before we go live, and I also try to post educational videos. The WDUSD insurance came through from the level you set in profit. Ilhar, I'm really happy for your profit, and as you can see, we've switched the currency pair. I also recommend switching the currency pair because if there's volatility on one pair, guys, I'm entering an upward trade. Currency pair, Australian dollar to US dollar, AUD, USD, 3 minutes up. Currency pair AUD/USD, 3 minutes up. If everything goes well, we'll earn $222 here. Net, after subtracting the $100 that didn't go through, we'll end up with a profit of $122. But as they say, don't count your chickens before they hatch. You definitely need to monitor the trade. Why did we enter an upward trade here? We turned to our bot, clicked start, and selected the currency pair. And what does the bot do for us in this case? This indicator provides a clear signal to go up. Here it is moving in an upward direction. And right here, the signal is pointing up as well. I'm expecting an upward movement, which essentially means that the future movement of the chart is going up. And in percentage terms, I expect there will be a significant upward movement in the price. Here, there's a 40% chance it will go down, but that's not much. The majority indicates an upward trend. So let's keep monitoring. The market is very difficult, very volatile, and you need to be very careful. It seems that for 2 minutes the price goes up, moves upward, and then there's a correction. But on such difficult days, we work with insurance. Or on a tough day, you might not want to trade at all. Let me tell you from my own experience which days are difficult. Those are Tuesday and Thursday, but Tuesday is less so now. Thursday is the tough one. Previously, Tuesday was a difficult day for me because there was a lot of news. The nature of the news was very tough and it had a strong impact on the currency pair. There's 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Let's monitor the situation and expect growth here. Hello to all the newcomers. Welcome to my stream. I'm AB and we make money by copying the forecast that the bot gives us in Telegram. Forecasts about where the chart will go, either up or down. And that's how we work. So subscribe to the YouTube channel and you'll receive notifications. Sometimes notifications don't come through. Subscribe to the Telegram channel. I try to post updates in the Telegram channel. An hour or 30 minutes before, I try to post about upcoming streams, educational videos, promo gifts. Well, that's how things work in our community. Let's keep following along. 47 seconds left. We're watching, expecting a reversal. If we just analyze this trade using chart analysis, we see there's an imbalance. Imbalance means a strong movement. In a strong movement, there is a beginning, an end, and a middle. The movement goes up, then a correction. I'm expecting a pullback here. In 11% of cases, a pullback happens and this works for us. But here we entered using our bot. It shows that the chart will go up. And according to the second indicator, it also shows a 60% chance of growth. 14 seconds left. Now look, I honestly don't know how it will close for me. The main thing is that it closes in profit for you, because I always worry about these situations. There, the growth has started. It should close in profit for you too, because with delays, anything can happen. I'm earning $222 from the first trade. We made $212, but $222. I subtract the $100 that didn't go through. So our net profit from these two trades is $122, not $222, but $122, 122 bucks. So that makes $334. We have $334 here. That's what it comes to. Now I'll check what your results are according to your indicators. Ivan is in the plus on the 5-second time frame. I wonder if they're watching the candles. Let's see now. Ivan, Alexander, and Nikolai are all in the plus. Excellent. Detroit and Farhod are also in the plus. I'm really glad we made money here. Super. Let's keep going. I'm working from two phones. If I see that you, without any analysis or chart, immediately switch to the platform, I'm already opening a trade. Oh, that's convenient. Thank you very much for sharing your experience. Alexi is in the plus. Excellent. Alexi is in the plus. Let's go. Well, here we're getting it. We made a profit. The movement was upward. It was predicted by the bot. We made good money here. Now let's take a closer look at this. For our Telegram, I'll make it. In our official Telegram channel, I try to publish highly informative and educational video content for you. Look, we changed the trade amount to exactly $100 again, and please make sure to always change it. Also, don't forget to select a brand new currency pair if you happen to have one in mind. The main thing is that it should be as calm as possible without any sudden or aggressive upward or downward price spikes. And right now, at any minute, it should pull through. I remember this factor. There's a very strong drop here. British pound to Australian dollar. Let's take a closer look. Start, British pound to Australian dollar, time frame M1. Currency pair, British pound to Australian dollar, time frame M1, GBP AUD. Please open it on your end. Thank you very much for the like, for the previous forecast, and for the previous profit. The entry difference is 0 seconds, and sometimes I even enter before you. Got it. When? What do you mean when? Tell me, Nikolai, what do you mean when? I'm opening a down trade, guys, down. British pound to Australian dollar, 3 minutes down. GBP AUD, 3 minutes down. British pound, GBP AUD opened a 3-minute trade for a decrease down. Let's take a look.